All right, Shalom. For the foremost, I'm going to give our praise, glory, and honor to you. How about you, outside? By Hashem, Marakakodash, Bakathum. Double honor to the apostle and the elder, great millstone, and to all the Akim across the globe. Put you know where truth is said, and say Shalom. This is our guy Noah from the Great Millstone Campus, Chicago. Quick hit, you know, um, you know, I, you know, self-examination, man. You know, we always teach it. You know, we were talking about the word name goes in a reputation, and that's basically what the lesson is about. You know, having a good name, being honorable, and being a man of your word. You know, and slacking for brothers who have offended. You know, or feel like I was entitled or I misused you. You know, but you know, we want to we don't want to destroy our friendships and relationships because of ill dealings and not keeping your word, man. All right, and you know, once you get labeled something, it's hard to shake that. You know, uh, Pissy Penny will always be Pissy Penny from the first grade. You know, or Bucktooth Brian will be Bucktooth Brian. You know, so our name carries with us a reputation. All right. Ecclesiastes 7:1 says, "A good name is better than precious ointment in the day of death than the day of one's birth." You know, you go that name, it means reputation, Shem. All right. And Jake wears a lot of expensive and costly cologne. You know, and a name is better than that. A name is better than money. You know, a poor man who keeps his word is better than a rich man who doesn't. You know, and our name is all we have, man. You know, brothers put themselves out there. You know, brothers put themselves out there um, based on your name. You know, then you wonder why certain things don't come to you as, don't get me wrong, Jake has always helped out, but sometimes brother be reluctant because other brother ill dealings, and you can't blame them, you know. You got some brothers who stick to that and they're well within their right, or they have stipulations, so to speak, make sure they can get paid back in a timely fashion or something, It's Proverbs, Proverbs 22:1, it says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than greater riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." All right, so a good name, all right, is better to have than a bunch of money, man. You know, we want a good name, not only amongst the brothers, but with the Lord. All right, when brothers hear your name or see your name pop up, they shouldn't be like, "Oh, what this brother want again?" And I feel I've been that way, you know. And we want to leave behind a good reputation, man, a good light unto brothers, man. We don't like bad reports or giving bad reports, you know. And this is something that we should be more mindful of. I myself need to be more mindful of it, because really, that's all you have. Your first impression is usually your best impression. All right. Sirach 4:41. Put another one too. Hold on. Let's see if I get back to that. That was it. This Sirach 41:12. It says, "Have regard to thy name, for thou shalt continue with thee above 1,000 great treasures of gold. A good life hath but a few days, but a good name endureth forever," man. All right, like you really should care about having a bad reputation, man. Um, you don't want to have your hand out to receive and close to pay. I've been guilty of that too, man. And just and I'm saying this and bringing the lesson out because I see it, I've done it. All right. So if I'm going through it, I always say somebody else is going through it. That's one of the lessons be edifying, man, because we're in the flesh and we tweak, and we're gonna go off, all right, and we're gonna make the same mistakes. We shouldn't, man, but sometimes we do. But you really want to have a good name, and you don't want to be known, for negativity, all right, for stinginess, greediness, drunkenness, and let's just be mindful, man. That the Lord has a reputation to uphold, and we hold Him to a higher standard, just like He holds us to a higher standard. And we must live up to our name, man. We must live up to the reputation of a man of the Lord, as we claim to be. I really don't have much else. Let me see if I can find some more precepts. And she was talking about us praise famous men, and the scripture. Let's get this real quick. I'm not gonna go through it all, because just like Sirach 44, just like these men, all right, were men of renown, and we're still talking about the men from 10,000 years ago, man. The prophets, the men of the Lord, our Lord. Their name is still held in high admiration. It's Sirach 44:1. It says, "Let us now praise famous men and our fathers that beget us. The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through His great power from the beginning. Such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies. Leaders of the people by their counsel and by their knowledge of learning, meet for their people, wise and eloquent are their instructions." Okay? So, and it goes on, talk about the men, these men that we're reading about, man, their works are still told, man. How the Lord helped Moses split the Red Sea, and the strength of Samson, and the richness of Solomon, and the might and valiancy of King David. You see, the story of Jonah. All right, the list goes on and on of these men having a good name, a good reputation. All right. Let me skip to verse 8. This is on verse 8. It says, there be of them that have left a name behind them, that the praises might be reported. You know, and that's the thing. You know, that their works follow them. And we're in their stead, and we're trying to walk after those who have walked before us, man. All right? And they weren't extortioners and robbers and, you know, building up a bunch of debt that they couldn't pay. You know? They didn't leave behind works of leaving other brothers in peril and in a worse situation. You know? So there be of them that have left a name behind them, that their praises might be reported. And some there be which have no memorial, who are perished as though they had never been, and are become as though they had never been born, and the children after them. But these were merciful men, whose righteousness has not been forgotten, which their seed shall continually remain a good inheritance, and the children are within the covenant. You know, everybody who done works is not mentioned in the Bible by name. Guess what? Their lineage, all right, their offspring, their children, hey, they're still here as a testament. I just want to say how he leave one behind such as himself. All right, you know. So their seed standing fast, and their children for their sakes. Their seed shall remain forever, and their glory shall not be blotted out. Their bodies are buried in peace, but their name liveth forevermore. You know? These men, all right, have good reputation. They always living. We always talk about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. See? We talk about Father Abraham, all right, Isaac and Jacob. How Jacob wrestled with the angel, man. You see? You know, and these people, you know, these men have been long gone. All right? But their name, their reputation precedes them. So the people will tell of their wisdom, and the congregation will show forth their praise, man. And that's what we're doing, man. You know, we're prophesying and we're reading about these men, man. And all the works they've done. All right, how they stood stiffly and were blameless in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know? So Gentleman said, call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the monster apostle of the great millstone. So I can call the globe, preaching where truth is here, and say Shalom and a Baba Bar.